Time now for some baseball banter presented by Banana Boat. And we're pleased to be joined by Cole Ragans of the Kansas City Royals in advance of the Royals series finale this afternoon at Kauffman Stadium against the Chicago White Sox. Cole, we're glad you could join us. How are you?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Well, you are doing great because on the field, you've got 4 double-digit strikeouts games this season. You have the best strikeout rate in baseball. What's been working for you in regards to the swing and miss so far this season?
Yeah, I mean, one of my big things was trying to, cut the walks down a little bit. And I feel like I've done that just a little bit, but definitely just trying to get ahead of guys, get in the zone with all my pitches, try to be unpredictable, I guess you could say, and keep guys off balance.
When you talk about unpredictable, though, if you're going to not walk guys, do you feel like you got to establish the heater, more four seam instead of the cutter you were using?
I think it's just showing that I'm throwing all of my pitches for strikes.
Yeah.
That way they, can't eliminate anything at any point. It's all right. He's throwing this, he's not landing the breaking balls or something, so we can just eliminate those if we see it. So just trying to get everything in the zone and just like I said, be unpredictable with it.
I want to jump off that. Did a coach from the Royals tell you, because we've had guys on that say, like a Tyler Glass now, he gets traded to the Dodgers. They're like, hey, set up down the middle, stuff plays, and get in the zone. Was it a conversation like that?
A little bit, but also just, walks have kind of, gotten me in the past a little bit. So it's just always been a thing. And now it's just more so like, challenge guys, get everything in the zone, trust the guys behind me, So, yeah.
Cole, you missed the start prior to the last one because of the groin. How'd you get in a rhythm? We were watching your start thinking he's in a rhythm so early. How'd you do that with the time off?
I mean, just try to center cut Freddie, really. Just throw it right at him, try to hit him right in the chest and go from there. Like I said, trust the guys behind me and, try to throw everything right down the middle for strikes.
What did those 10 days look like when you were kind of working through the groin and what was every day like?
A lot of treatment.
Yeah.
And, I got to sit back and watch the guys, but kind of boring on my end just because I knew I wasn't throwing, so it was just kind of, sit back, do my treatment, and then be a good cheerleader, I guess.
How great was it to watch Mike Waka go out and stuff last night and have 1,500 innings in the big leagues? Did you guys have a moment in the clubhouse after the game?
Yeah, we did. I think there's, 17 or 19 active guys with 1,500 innings.
Yeah. Wow.
Pretty big deal. He's been unreal for us. He's fun to watch. He's an awesome guy in the clubhouse, behind the scenes, just a pro's pro. He's been around. He's seen it all, so a lot to learn from him and, a lot to look up to.
What do you do there for fun? Because whenever D-Row talks about going to Kansas City, he talks about eating sushi, which is weird in a landlocked state. It's kind of weird.
It's Kona Grill.
We went to
Lauren.
Kona Grill. What's that area called?
The Plaza, maybe?
The Plaza. There you go.
Yeah.
What's an off day like for you?
Oh, man. I'm sleeping as late as I possibly can.
Like, what are we talking, noon?
I'd say probably like 11.
Okay. That's
11:30 maybe.
Yeah.
And then 30 minutes of Central till it ends.
Yeah. I turn on Central, cook some breakfast with my wife. And then usually it kind of varies, we might have something with some of the other guys and their wives, go over to somebody's house or something, maybe a birthday party or something along those lines. If not, probably go to Shields and walk around for a while. Okay. That's really
Did you purchase a home in Kansas City, or are you still renting?
No, still renting.
Still renting. I mean, you got the 3-year deal. I figured you'd pop the clutch on something.
Wait,
Go ahead.
And I was just going to say, you're from Gainesville, but you moved to Tallahassee. You just left the Gators behind? Like they didn't mean anything to you?
No. All right. So my mom and dad lived like halfway in between Tallahassee and Gainesville, but a tick closer to Gainesville. So I was born there, but my mom grew up in Tallahassee, so we ended up moving, like my mom and dad and everybody moving to Tallahassee once I was born, and that's where I lived my whole life. I don't know why it says Gainesville. I mean, technically I was born there, but.
Cole, you were in studio, I believe it was last year, and you played one of our favorite.
You played
one of our favorite games, Central Scribbles.
It wasn't good.
And we're going to show the image you drew for the clue, Alex Wood. Now that Cole, now that you've had time to digest everything,
everyone has their strengths.
What do you make of this particular performance here? Once again, the clue was Alex Wood.
That's tough.
Yeah.
I can't believe y'all saved that. That's incredible.
Well, we save everything, just like we also saved Lauren's attempt, her drawing a dolphin. Do we have that shot?
No, please don't show it.
This is Lauren's attempt Cole, I'm here to tell you we nearly got knocked off the air for that image right there. Can you imagine that? Where's the dorsal fin,
What are
Lauren?
those amoebas?
Good grief. It got very dicey there, Cole, for a second. Hey, now it's time for Fun in the Field rituals celebrated by Banana Boat. Cole, do you have any favorite rituals that you do or maybe some teammates do that you've kept going over the years?
Oh, man. Like you mean like when we're just on the field, like some...
Yeah, maybe. Is there something you
leading
do
up to
before
your start? You got any superstition you like to do?
Not really.
Just being awesome.
I mean,
That's a super.
What kind of SPF you playing with? You going 30, 50, 70? Rocking oil?
Nothing.
Oh.
Just
All right.
What do you have for breakfast?
let the sun. Breakfast. I go.
Biscuits and gravy.
Yeah, one biscuit and gravy. I'm trying to clean it up. So one biscuit and gravy, eggs, bacon.
Yeah, he's old school.
That's it. That's why. You know
Nothing-
what? That's
nothing
how you
crazy.
lead the American League in
Just
strikeouts
give
right
him the
there.
ball. He ain't got time for nonsense.
Exactly. He's not here for drawing and central scribbles and looking at houses. He's here to strike dudes out. Absolutely. Hey, Cole, thank you very much for joining us. Congratulations on your success so far this year, and hopefully we can catch up with you down the road.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me.
You got it. That's Cole Ragans.
This is the last 9 seasons, games played. The O's took the lead yesterday, 2 on nobody out. First pitch, he destroys it, and he is on pace to play 149 games this season.
That's
Boom.
great.
Key.
That's really
That's
great.
the key.
He's got to be so tired of hearing about it.
I would imagine.
I don't even want to bring it up, but
Don't, Ben.
the facts, right? When he's on the field, he's one of the best players in the game. Let's get into it. See if he's made any adjustments, which minute adjustments. This guy, when he's right and he's healthy, he's one of the best players in the sport. He's one of the best defenders. He's got the hard hit rate through the roof. He puts the team on his back. He does all the things a superstar type player needs to do to carry a franchise. Pause this. And he's been clutch. Bring up the first 2 boards. Just soak this in. Slugging percentage leader since the start of 2020. We're working on 5 years. Aaron Judge, Ohtani, Trout, Jordan, Bryce, Freddie, Buxton, Soto, Tucker, Seager. Those are the big boys. Weighted runs created plus. Hot change me to the next one. Weighted runs created plus leader since June 23rd of last year. Aaron Judge has got a 235, which is just ridiculous. And then you got Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Ohtani, Bobby Witt, Buxton, and Ketel Marte. So when he's right and on the field, and I love him in center, we'll get into the defense, one of the franchise top players in the game. And he's been clutch this year. I'm going to take you back. Over the last couple of days, Garrett Crochet, let's get the game. Everybody relax, get the popcorn. Nope, 1-0, Byron Buxton. Took the get-me-over heater from Garrett Crochet. I'm not waiting around for the nasty cutter, and I'm going to jump him. How about 2 nights ago on Tuesday? 5-1. Let's put the game on the ice in the bottom of the 7th. Let's get the Twins hot. And then yesterday, boom, Crush City. Down 1-0 in the bottom of the 3rd. He hits a 3-run bomb, and they go on to win this ball game. So I just love what he does at the plate. Run this back for me real quick. All the way. Right there. We talk about Bobby Witt a lot. We talk about how Bobby kind of tweaks into that back hip. That seems to be a move a lot of guys are doing. You see Jackson Merrill, there's nothing going forward. We're not coming off this backside this way. We're almost tucking ourselves into our back hip, inside of our back knee, and riding that out and hitting inside a phone booth. Nothing going forward. Let your swing get you back to 50-50. Watch him subtly continue. He's got the front toe pigeon. He's kind of leaking into that backside. You see it right there. He's crunched up perfectly. Minimal stride. Almost nothing. Almost a 2-strike. He could probably spread out a little bit more and not move from that position. But for him, rhythm and timing-wise, that works. And I just love he gets him go. Pause this. Okay, so in 2022, this is the front angle. Wanted to see if he's standing a little bit different. He was closed off a little bit more in 2022. Take a look at the back foot. Looking to drive the ball up the middle the other way, or at least mine, field versus real. Think big part of the field. Little bit more athletic, little bit more squared up. Both work. He might tinker back and forth. In 2022, all-star, hot as a pistol. That's when he was in his, at his best and healthy. So run this. Boom. Show me that side angle. Pause. A little wider in 2022. Not crazy. Set up similar. He's always been a guy who likes his hands high. I like my hands high. You see Matt Holliday talking about Jackson Holliday. Get your hands a little higher. I feel like when guys set their bat on their shoulder, if there's not some type of psychological feel of coming down through the baseball, even though that's not happening, I almost feel like you can get rotational this way, just having it on your shoulder and kind of your barrel pointing behind you. I like the thought of incorporating my top hand. You're seeing Corbin Carroll do that as well. But minimal difference. What I love about him, watch how short his stride is with the front foot. Run this. Pause. He's done. And now go. Stays behind the baseball, big time power, and we know he can run. So bring up the next board real quick. Players to rank in the 95th percentile or higher in hard hit percentage and sprint speed this season. It's two guys. It's Corbin Carroll and it's Byron Buxton.
Jeez.
So let me see him steal a couple bags. And that's always been the key. Like, how frustrating must it have been for Byron Buxton to deal with all these injuries? I know that certainly we get tired of bringing it up because we don't, that moniker, you can't get out of it. But when he's right and he's patrolling center field, he can go get him with the best of them. And he's an electric factory. He really lights up the fans in that yard. He lights up his teammates, protecting himself right there. And then this play, this ties the game. You don't make that catch. And he's been absolutely fabulous for this team in the early going. Minnesota Twins, we forgot about them early. They're in a tough division. There's going to be a ton of teams battling this out, Robert.